Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be solving an interesting equation. So, my equation here is the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 2. And this is equal to 8 to the power of x squared. So, I obviously want to find the value of x. And the weird thing about this equation is we have a square root inside of a square root inside of a square root. So what I'm going to do first is let x squared equal to the variable a. This is just to less complicate this equation, and we're going to solve for x after we solve for a. So now I have the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is equal to 8 to the power of a. Now, we obviously want to get rid of all these square roots. So, I'm going to start by squaring both sides. So now these two cancel out, and I'm left with 2 root 2 root 2 is equal to 8 to the power of a squared, which is the same thing as 8 to the power of 2a, because a to the power of m to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m times n. Now from here, I'm going to square both sides once again. So I get 2 root 2 root 2 squared is equal to 8 to the power of 2a squared. And now this turns into 2 squared times root 2 of root 2 squared is equal to 8 to the power of 2a squared, which we can just rewrite as 8 to the power of 4a. And now this turns into 2 squared times 2 times the square root of 2, which is equal to 8 to the power of 4a. Now 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, so I have 8 root 2 is equal to 8 to the power of 4a. And now, I'm going to divide both sides by 8. So these two cancel out, and I have the square root of 2 is equal to 8 to the power of 4a over 8. Now 8 can be rewritten as 8 to the power of 1. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So now this turns into the square root of 2 is equal to 8 to the power of 4a minus 1. Now I'm going to square both sides to get rid of this last square root here. So now I have 2, because these two cancel out, is equal to 8 to the power of 4a minus 1 to the power of 2. And now the 2 multiplies with the 4a minus 1, so I get 2 is equal to 8 to the power of 2 times 4a minus 1. And now the 2 distributes. 2 times 4a is 8a, and 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So I have 2 is equal to 8 to the power of 8a minus 2. Now 8 I can rewrite as 2 to the power of 3. So I have 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 8a minus 2, which is equal to 2 to the power of 3 times 8a minus 2. And once distributes, I get 2 is equal to 2 to the power of 24a minus 4. 3 times 8a is 24a. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So now 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 1. So now I have 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 2 to the power of 24a minus 6. And if I have something in the form a to the power of a is equal to b to the power of b, this means that a is equal to b. So in this case, sorry, I wrote this wrong. If I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to b to the power, a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So in this case, a is 2, m is 1, and n is 24a minus 6. So this means that m and n are equal to each other. So 1 is equal to 24a minus 6. And now, if I add 6 on both sides, I get 24a is equal to 7. And if I divide both sides by 24, I get a is equal to 7 over 24. Now, recall how a is equal to x squared. So a in this case is 7 over 24. So I have 7 over 24 is equal to x squared. Now, I'm going to take the square root on both sides. So I'm left with x is equal to positive or negative the square root of 7 over 24. And wait, we're not done yet because we still have to simplify this. So this is equal to the square root of 7 over the square root of 24. And if I multiply both sides by the square root of 24 over the square root of 24, I get x is equal to positive or negative square root of 7 times 24 over 24. And this is equal to positive or negative 2 root 42 after simplifying that over 24, which is equal to the square root of 42 over 12. So this is my simplified answer.